Hey beautiful, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about some products that I've changed my mind on. So basically these are a couple of things that I initially said that I liked or disliked, and girl, I've changed my mind. And I feel like it's really important to talk about these kinds of things because I do give a lot of good reviews and they're honest. It's really hard for me to not make a product work. I can almost always make it work in some form or fashion, but sometimes it's just not my thing, no matter what I do. All right, so where to start? Where to start? Girl, I don't have too many products to talk about, maybe five or six just sitting in front of me, and I have been putting this video off because I hate doing negative videos. I don't like doing them, but this kind of stuff does need to be talked about, and I wish more of the bigger beauty channels would do these videos more often as well. Also, keep in mind, honey, that some of these products, I don't think I've mentioned them on my channel specifically, but maybe on Instagram or Snapchat, what have you. So I'm still going to mention those as well, and we're going to start with one of those products. This is the Ulta BB Cream, the Illuminating Beauty Balm. So I liked this one at first in the store. It looked so pretty on my skin, and out of like maybe four or five beauty balms that they had available, I thought this one matched my skin the best. But I threw it on when I got home, and girl, this stuff, it is like so sparkly and highlighty that it made my skin look dirty. It just made my face look dirty and oily and greasy, and I was not happy. So while I liked this at first, I've changed my mind, honey. I do not like this illuminating BB cream from Ulta Beauty. The next product that I have changed my mind about, oh, I'm so unhappy about this one. This is the Too Faced Melted Metallic. And I was super stoked to get my hands on these because y'all know I love me some metallic lipstick and I love Too Faced. They're a great brand. They were the first like high-end brand that really got me into like loving makeup again, you know? So of course I had to grab these, and I got them from TJ Maxx on one of my beauty hunts for $4 a pop. So I'm not too mad about the price point. Had I bought them at full price, definitely. But eh, these were not metallic at all, and they got everywhere, girl, everywhere. I'm saying just all over the place, and like they cannot be contained on my lips no matter what I was doing. If I touched anything to my lips, went to go scratch, it would go across my face. I did not like these, and let me show you. They are more sparkly than metallic, I think, and they're kind of thin, so they're not very pigmented. It's kind of like a sheer, like, colored lip gloss, I think. Here they are. The pink is the Melted Metallic Macaron, and the purple is the Melted Metallic Violet. And I don't know if you can kind of see, but they are super sheer. I even built them up a little bit on my hand here, but they're really sheer for being a melted lipstick or a liquid lipstick, and it's more like a semi-pigmented gloss. So I am not digging these at all, and I'm so sad. Arlen, so the next product that I've become completely disenchanted with is this stuff. This is the Telemera Anti-Aging Moisturizer. And I got this in my Lola Beauty box, I want to say back in April or May, and I was really excited about this stuff because I love me some anti-aging skincare. I'm always on the lookout for another good moisturizer to add to my routine. So I was really like super stoked about this. Plus it sells for like 80 bucks, so it's like, yeah, in my beauty box. Well, I used it for like a week or so, and then I did like my beauty box review, and I said that I really liked it. Well, I used it for a couple more weeks, and I started breaking out, and I was like, what the hell? And I've been using this stuff like twice a day for a couple of weeks at that point, so I didn't think that this was it. I tried every trick in the book to get my breakouts to go away, and they just kept getting worse. I stopped using this stuff for like 3 days. It pretty much went away, and I was like, ah. So I changed my mind. I do not like this stuff. It made me break out, and the packaging is just terrible. I think this actually came apart on my beauty box video a while back, and uh, it's just all over the place. I am not happy. And while we are on the topic of skincare, I figure I might as well bust this out. This is the Peter Thomas Roth 24 karat gold mask. As you can see, I got a sample from Sephora because I'm loving that whole gold face mask moisturizer skincare trend. So I had to grab this and give it a shot, and I liked it. The first couple of times that I had used it, my skin was like super dry, and I thought that it kind of did help, but each time it just got worse. It would leave a greasiness, oiliness to my face, and even after like rinsing it off really well, I'd have to actually wash my face all over again, so it didn't do anything. It didn't really help, and I feel like if I had continued to use it, I would have started breaking out with this stuff as well, because it was just like, it's almost like a film of grease on my face, and I was not digging it. So gorgeous. So my next product is basically my big ticket item of the video, and I'm kind of sad that these made it into the video because I talked them up a lot when I first started my channel, and I used them for months, and I feel like I just didn't notice these things because I hadn't used good makeup in such a long time that I didn't even really notice the problem. However, we need to talk about BH Cosmetics and their Take Me to Brazil palette and their baked eyeshadows, which I have sitting right here as well. So I suppose let's start with this one. There's that, and also, before I depotted them, I was kind of in denial, I'll be honest. They were cracking and drying up and just falling out of their pans. I think like my favorite color out of all of them fell out of the pan while I was doing my makeup stash video or my palette collection video. Just fell right out of the pan. Well, several others did as well, and I was okay. I can ignore that. We can put that back in. It's not that hard to repot an eyeshadow, you know? However, even before I started depotting these, they started coming apart really bad. They had dried up terribly. I had only had them since like January, like Christmas time, January. Like they're already drying up, and I do believe that the baked eyeshadows also had the 24-month expiration date, which is what that little jar is with the numbers. It tells you how many months you can go before the product expires. So for a 24-month product, or even like a 12-month, 6-month product, it didn't last that long. And every single one of these shadows were just dry as a desert. They were cracking, coming apart. A lot of these like silvers and whites and creams, they do not go on very well at all. Oh my god, I'm making such a mess of my table. One of the like more silvery white shades, and it looks like really pretty. I bet you it would make a nice highlighter, but these are supposed to be eyeshadows, and it is so darn sheer. Even when I go in with a soaking wet brush with setting spray and I use all the tricks in the book, a good primer, it does not work out. So yeah, I am not, like look at that. Comes off like super chalky and chunky. Ugh, I'm not happy with that. So here's a couple of swatches. These are all supposed to be different shades, but they look so similar because they go on kind of sheer. This one down here is supposed to be like a solid white, and it's barely there. And this is supposed to be kind of a brighter baby blue, and it goes on kind of like a blue silver. I am not digging these, and I'm kind of sad that I recommended them so much when I first started. But to be completely honest, even though I'm not digging their eyeshadows, and we'll talk about this in a second, I still really love their concealer and their eye primer. I like their liquid liner, their lip liner. I like so many of their other products, their highlighters. I'm just gonna talk about this palette really quickly because I do have like the same trouble with the baked eyeshadows as I do with the Brazil palette. So most of the darker shades, the reds, this pink up here isn't too bad, the darker greens, a couple of these blues, this purple, they aren't bad at all, but any of the lighter shades, the lighter greens, the lighter blues, the yellows, even this white, they are not that good. The yellows hardly show up on me at all. The lighter blues don't show up. I've done like so much building and everything. I've tried every trick in the book with these as well. I'm getting nowhere. So I am not digging this palette. That's why I have not gone back to get the second Brazil palette. And while I'm not digging their baked eyeshadows or their more colorful shades, I really do like the Carly by Belle palette. The mattes go on nice and smooth, the shimmers are really pretty and fairly pigmented, and these highlighters though, girl, if nothing else, you need to get this palette for these highlighters, baby. They are so beautiful and just, I love this palette. But as this palette goes though, I think it would be better served if I just collected some good quality single shadows a couple at a time over the next year, and I could really build a palette that I would truly adore, because to be honest, I just don't reach for this at all. I don't use these shades anymore, and haven't in months. And this I just don't use unless I'm doing something specific, like a really artsy avant-garde or drag style makeup look. I just don't use these, so they're taking up too much space. They gotta go. It is literally everywhere right now. Ah! I cannot believe how badly those shadows are coming out of that freaking palette. Oh my god. Okay, sweetness. So I thought it would be nice to end the video on a positive note. So the one product that I did try and changed my mind on, I used in my last video actually. This is the Pure Minerals Cameo Contour Dual-Ended Stick. And on either side it's got like the highlight, the contouring highlight where it's a lighter concealer type of a deal, and then it's got the bronzer slash contour side. So it's kind of like an all-in-one stick. With this, it wasn't that I necessarily didn't like the product itself. I was very unhappy that for a full face product, it contained AHAs. And for those of you who don't know, AHAs are like skincare, anti-aging, exfoliating, tightening skincare, and unfortunately, they make your skin much more sensitive to the sun than without them. So I was not happy to find out that pretty much all of their products, including this, which is supposed to go like all over your face, made you more sensitive to the sun. I feel like it would be more practical and safer for them to put like sunscreen or something in here instead of the anti-aging ingredients. So I was not impressed that it contained AHAs, and I'm still not. Let's just be honest. I'm not happy about that. In this day and age, with everything that we know about the sun and skincare, I don't think that's practical or appropriate to have in a full face product. However, the product actually performed pretty well. I feel like the highlighter end kind of was a little bit sheer underneath my under eye, and I do have the wrong color too, so it was a little bit dark for me, but it still looked really nice, went on really smooth. It blended out, the contour end actually blended out to like a more subtle contour, even though this goes on like, woo, super dark, girl. That is super dark. But it blends out really nicely, and it looked good, and it stayed all day. It didn't get patchy or muddy. So I'm actually really digging this product. I think on the more cloudy days, I will definitely put this to use a little bit more often, and I will keep it out of my no bag. which is where pretty much all my products go to die. So that is it for today. Let me know down in the comments what you think of these products, if you agree, disagree, and I do want to say really quickly that if these products did work out for you, but they didn't work out for me, it's okay. We're all different, and it's alright to have different opinions on the same makeup product as everything affects us differently. But I do think I made a couple of valid points with some of these products and why I didn't like them and why they didn't work out for me. So please take it with a grain of salt because I'll live. But in the meantime, I got a lot of awesomeness coming up for you. My birthday present is coming in early, so we will be doing some videos on that next week. And I got some of my 500 sub giveaway items in the mail as well, so that video will be coming up also. So keep your eye out and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video or you just want a chance to enter my giveaways because baby, that's okay. I love you either way. For now, go out and spread some love and positivity because baby, we could all use some extra. And you know you're beautiful. Ooh, I love you. Mwah. Bye everyone.